Hey Gemini, welcome guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you're having a great day so far. We're going to use the Rider deck today. This is going to be our Oracle deck. It's going to set the tone for the read. So this deck is going to tell us about what obstacles you're facing right now, maybe a situation that you're in, and perhaps you're looking for some clarity in whatever this is. So let's see what it has in store for you today. I'm curious to know what the universe and what spirit has to say to you. Ooh, there we go. There we go. We had a few that dropped out, and this other bottom one wanted to pop out too. So these are the ones that we're going to start your read with. So we have the Empress card. So this Empress card, she does represent growth. She represents nurturing. So we might be doing some personal growth during this period in our life. Maybe we're speaking of sort of a transition or a healing period. Interesting. The Five of Cups. So this Five of Cups is a warning card. This card speaks of not focusing on the negative aspects of things, not focusing on negative emotions like hurt, grief, loss, which is really hard to do because it will actually stop you from seeing positivity around you and positive opportunities and the different blessings that you do have in life. We have the Page of Wands in reverse too. So this Page of Wands, he usually represents good news on the way. Being in reverse, he may speak to the opposite. So this might be speaking to part of what you're dealing with. It might be speaking to some of these spilt cups as well, some sort of disappointment that you've had, something that didn't work out for you, or some news that you've gotten that wasn't particularly happy. Oh, and then we do have the Devil card here. Interesting. So this Devil card represents a destructive force in your life, something that is toxic. And this might be part of your Page of Wands. This also might be representative of these spilt cups and focusing on these spilt cups and the fact that this will have a detrimental effect in your life. It'll stop you from growing like the Empress and moving forward. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. So the Four of Wands does represent building for the future. In reverse, it definitely speaks to something you were trying to build towards, not working out the way you wanted it to. So it's tied to this Page of Wands here. These two cards go hand in hand. And this is really hard. This is really hard to deal with the emotional fallout of things like this. If you're trying to build towards something, you sort of put your heart and your soul into it, which is what I'm feeling from these cards. This is something that you really invested in emotionally. And so having it come to an end it is very tough to deal with. And I get the impression that this was not an end that you chose. I also have the Eight of Wands. This Eight of Wands can represent swift change. It can represent travel. It can represent communication, but it is also in reverse. I might pull a few tarot before I tackle that one. I have the Knight of Swords. So this Knight of Swords, he represents victory in truth and honesty. This is about being true to yourself. This is about inner truth. It's about clarity as well. And this is going to speak to this Five of Cups. This is going to speak to being able to see the situation for what it was. So looking at it, taking emotion out of things and looking at it the way it is, and being able to see that whatever this was that you were building towards, there's a reason that it didn't work out. And this might be what your Eight of Wands is talking about, not communicating this to yourself and not taking a deeper look into what this truly is. And this is where your Five of Cups comes in too, as a warning. If you're not looking at a situation from a new light, to be able to try and, I don't want to say learn lessons from it, but to be able to find that clarity, perhaps answer your own whys, find that closure. You're going to have a hard time moving forward. And then that thing, whatever this was, winds up becoming this Devil card. It winds up becoming something that can hold you back from success in life. I also have the Six of Pentacles. This Six of Pentacles represents balance. It represents abundance. It can represent generosity too. It's tied to the Empress card. And I see abundance in it. It's speaking to growth. This card is speaking about growing, the personal growth that comes from this situation, learning to handle this disappointment, not allowing it to hold you back, and being able to move forward. I also have the Ace of Swords. This Ace of Swords represents triumph. So it shows that you definitely have the potential to overcome whatever this is, to heal from it, to move forward, to turn it into something positive, like learning something from it, learning a lesson from it, even if it's nothing more than how to not allow negative things that come up in your life to hold you back from moving forward. and the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups represents that bright new journey forward, so leaving the past behind. So this is a lot of what we're talking about. This is tied into that Five of Cups. So not focusing on these cups, not focusing on the disappointment, this thing that didn't work out for you, being able to sort of release that disappointment and move forward. We also have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles speaks to balance, and this is what this is too. Being able to heal, being able to let go, being able to move on is going to help you to find balance. I have the Star card, so she represents hope and she represents clarity as well. In this situation, I see her tied to that Eight of Wands in reverse. So we're talking about clarity, we're talking about inner truth, we're talking about you realizing whatever this is for yourself, being able to see that this didn't work out for a reason, that everything is part of a grander scheme. And if this thing didn't work out, that only means that there is actually a better path for you with a better end result somewhere else. And I have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords can represent a situation which you feel is unfair. Perhaps you were taken advantage of. It can speak to lies. It can speak to deceit. This might be part of what you were dealing with. This might also speak to the fact that this was, like I said, I have the distinct impression that this was not an end that you chose. I feel like you chose to invest. You chose to try and build. But whether it was somebody else or circumstance around you, that is what chose this end, and you felt that it was unfair. Like it was chosen from you. You weren't able to make this choice for yourself. I also have the Page of Wands, and he does represent good news on the way. I get pulled back to the Empress. The good news is it's not money, because Pentacles can represent finances. I don't feel it's money. I feel like it's something deeper. I feel like it's speaking to a spiritual and a personal and emotional growth. It's speaking to moving forward. It's speaking to letting go and easing the emotional burdens that the disappointment and the hurt from this situation has caused. This is what your good news is going to be. The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is sometimes called the Apprentice card. He does represent learning. And that's what this is about. It's about learning. It's about growth. This is a stepping stone on your life path to something better. Whatever this is, there was a lesson to be learned from it that you're going to carry forward into your life, and it's going to wind up benefiting you in the long run. I also have the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands represents triumph over obstacles as a great card to get. So all this hard work that you're putting in, all this disappointment, the emotions that you're having to deal with and process to move forward, you definitely have the potential to do that. You're capable of doing that. You're capable of finding the lessons within this, of finding healing, moving forward and moving on, and then finding success further on in life. This is going to be a part of it. This is going to teach you how to be able to let go of things a little bit more easily and seek a new path. Instead of worrying about the old path and why it didn't work and why it fell apart, being able to accept and then find a new direction and move forward with that. This is going to be big in your life. This is really going to help you on your way to find success and be happy. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.